In this new series that we're having on this channel on the road to Mr. Olympia 2022, we're going on a search for Ramy's biggest threat in 2022, and in this second episode we're going to see Big Ramy against the only guy that's big enough for him, Michal Krizo. You can find episode 1 featuring Nick Walker in the description. Bodybuilding is mainly about the 8 mandatory poses nowadays. While there might be other factors involved when judges make their decisions, the single most objective factor that we can discuss and speculate is who's winning more mandatories. So let's see how many mandatories can Michal Krizo realistically win against Big Ramy. Let's see if Michal Krizo can score more poses than Nick Walker against Big Ramy. Again, find episode 1 featuring Nick Walker in the description if you haven't seen it yet. So we have Big Ramy at the 2020 Mr. Olympia physique and Michal Krizo at the 2022 Prague Pro, both at their best ever yet. The front double biceps is a pose where Michal can and should beat Ramy. We're assuming both of them would be 100% here, remember. So having this in mind, Krizo definitely has the better guns and enough overall mass to go against Ramy. The midsection would be an important factor as well. Ramy tends to be better at this department. Front lat spread. Now, if this was Ramy from a few years ago, Krizo wouldn't stand a chance in my opinion, but Ramy's lats have gotten worse. So now in 2022, I believe they match up pretty well. Both are wide, both have great lats, however still, Ramy would be hard to defeat. His better midsection and superior legs would count a lot. So Krizo could win this pose against Ramy, but Ramy is the favorite. Side chest pose and upper body wise, they match up pretty well. Again, Krizo would probably win the guns, however overall, Ramy is pretty much invincible in this pose if you ask me. That side leg is just too much, and don't get confused, it's not only about the side leg. Ramy is one of the best in the world upper body wise as well. And when you look at the entire body, Ramy instantly becomes the best. Back double biceps. Now Ramy's lower lats are non-existent, I know. But other than that, he's pretty dominant in this pose. His upper back is top notch, his lower body as well except for the calves, but we all know judges don't care about that. As for Krizo, I really don't like his back double. It looks really messed up, too many asymmetries, and also he definitely loses downstairs in spite of the calves. I'd rather have Big Ramy's back than Krizo's, to be honest. Judges might give this one to Krizo, so again, Krizo could win, but Ramy is my favorite again. In the other back pose, I believe Ramy does a better job, and yes, Krizo looks better than in the other back pose too. But at least at this point, Krizo doesn't have the back size to go against Big Ramy, nor the glutes or hams. At all these departments, Ramy destroys him with overall size. Ramy takes this pose. Again, we're assuming both of them are near 100% conditioning wise. Side triceps pose, and again from the side Ramy is unbeatable unless you have a way stronger triceps, at least in this pose, and Michal Krizo does not have the most outstanding lateral head in this pose. Krizo cannot match Big Ramy in the side triceps in my opinion. Abs and thighs, and to be able to defeat Big Ramy in this pose, giving his thighs, you have to at least have a way better midsection, which Krizo doesn't. Ramy beats Krizo with abs and thighs and V-taper, everything. In case someone is still wondering why Big Ramy is Mr. Olympia, it's because he's really good, that's why. Most muscular pose, and here I believe Krizo has a good chance against Big Ramy. Krizo is really strong in this pose, he looks like a bigger and wider Phil Heath if you ask me. So if he nails conditioning, I think he's gonna beat Big Ramy in this pose. And everyone else for that matter. As we can see, Ramy looks to be too much for Krizo at this point, but who knows? Krizo has the potential to improve a lot of the poses and defeat Big Ramy eventually, but Not in 2022, in my opinion. He's got a great frame, he's got better muscle bellies than Ramy, but alongside conditioning, he needs a whole lot of more muscle to go against the big guy. Guys, don't forget this is the second episode of the series Ramy's Biggest Threat in 2022. Make sure you check out episode 1 featuring Nick Walker if you haven't done it yet, and also make sure you stay close for the next episodes, which will feature Harry Chupin, probably Ramy's actual biggest threat in 2022.